My name is Vern Hoven.
And I'm Sharon Kreider, and we're here to help you with some questions and answers.
Can the business deduct expenses paid with the PPP loan proceeds?
I wish, yes. No. I mean, yes, I wish. No. The IRS Notice 2020 32 says, and they're going to quote Code Section 265, by the way, says that no deduction is allowed for an expense that's otherwise deductible if the payment of the expense results in forgiveness of the PPP loan. The IRS is saying that it's maintaining that a business shouldn't be allowed to avoid taxable cancellation of debt income on forgiven PPP loan amounts and also deduct the payments made with those loan amounts. Now, let's just stop here for a moment, Vern. I mean, that would be double dipping. I get free money and I get a deduction. And that is in sort of the balance of the way we think the tax code works. The Congress went out of its way, specifically said that the PPP loan forgiveness is not taxable. I believe that many people are thinking that there's political interest in the question of the deductibility of those expenses, for instance, the payroll paid by the PPP loan. Now, I just read an interesting blog from an attorney who said, well, I understand 265, but if in 2020 I had a cancellation of debt income that was forgiven because I'm insolvent or in bankruptcy, nobody makes me go back and amend all of the returns that I made deductions based on that loan, that I took deductions based on that loan. So he said, this doesn't exactly make sense because it is a specified exclusion. And in other cases for COD, we don't go back and amend returns, COD exclusions. So watch for more information on this as the year end approaches, so that maybe the political interest will, some congressperson, someone in Congress will tack this on to another one of our many. We're going to see another relief bill, and maybe it looks like it'll be after recess. Maybe after summer recess we'll see something else happening, particularly with what's going on in a variety of states on COVID. So today, no expense is deductible to the extent you receive forgiveness on your PPP loan.
But you're saying that there might be.
I'm saying there could be. There could be. We're going to watch for more information.
We're going to watch, and that's exactly what we're
And
going to
we
watch.
put out e-tax alerts on this. When there's news, we try to get out an e-tax alert within a couple of days so you're informed in an email, as well as we'll try to get out more of our Q&As.
A couple questions that the student closed with, and we have one more after this one. Are loans of less than $150,000 automatically forgiven, and do I have to complete the form 3508EZ?
All right. If the borrower borrows $150,000 or less, and this is brand new, this is an expansion bill on PPP loan. If the borrower submits a simple one-page attestation form to the lender, PPP loans of $150,000 or less are forgiven. Now, they are attesting that they met the other rules, that they didn't reduce their FTEs, and they didn't.
The taxpayer attests to
the
that.
borrower.
The borrower. Absolutely.
If they have these small loans, then they'll be able to just sign a form, hand it to the lender, and the loan amount will be forgiven. That's a very good news. Count this in. You know how we have the Account in Full Employment Act, and somehow PPP loans turned into that, applications and forgiveness? This is good news for us, trusted advisors to our clients. We won't have to fill out the details that went on the 3508EZ. That is being replaced. That form is being replaced. Now, for loans over $150,000, oh yes, you have a lot of information to provide to the lender, that is then forwarded on to SBA. But this is much simpler. It is not an automatic forgiveness. It's still that the client, the borrower, is saying that they have obeyed the rules. But once they can say that, it's a clean forgiveness on these small loans. I should also say that the loans have been extended, the applications have been extended until August 8th. And because the average loan was $113,000 the last month or so, the last month of June was $113,000, that would give us this kind of a situation, a client with a small loan, and would give us $1.2 million, $1.3 million of additional businesses that can qualify for the PPP loans. So that's good news for our small businesses and good news for the forgiveness.
One last question. If part or all of the PPP loan is not forgiven, can the decision be appealed?
Well, yes. The borrower can appeal. SBA says that the borrower can appeal a decision on the forgiveness. So SBA says that they're going to issue a separate interim final rule addressing this appeal process. The interim final rule, what we know right now, will not impose a time frame on SBA for its review of any of these PPP loans. But at least there is going to be some process for appeal. We just need the details to come out from SBA.
Thank you for giving us all of the answers for these questions from just one student. Isn't this a kick?
No, these aren't all for one student. I think we had 200 questions or 250 questions. This is a consolidation of a whole bunch of questions for you.
Thank you.